Hello everyone, welcome to part 3 to my 3-part tutorial for how to make your very own Pokemon inspired Gastly. If you have just clicked on this video, please check out my previous videos to get you started, then come back and carry on with your project. We'll be joining at the beginning of row 4 for Gastly's Wispy Aura to add on to the body. Okay then, we are now going to start row 4. And what we're going to be doing is putting 4 triple crochets in each of our little loops that we've made in the previous row, so these little picots. So we'll be placing 4 triple crochets in each, and I'll show you how to start. I do apologise if you hear banging in the background. I think my neighbour is doing some home improvements, so please bear with me. So what we're going to do is chain 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will class as your first triple crochet plus 1 for the chain. Okay, so how we're going to do this is you yarn over twice, insert into that little loop that we've made in the previous row, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Then chain 1, yarn over twice again, and insert into the same loop or picot, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and then chain 1 again, like so. And then, so there's 3, yarn over twice, and go into the same one again, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So now you've got 4 triple crochets in the same loop there. Okay, so we are moving on to the next one. So chain 1 again. So just try and remember to chain 1 at the end of every triple crochet. So now we'll be moving on to this next loop there. So yarn over twice again, go into the next one now, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2, chain 1. Okay, and then you're going to put another 3 triple crochet in the same one here. So insert again, make your triple crochet, and chain 1. Yarn over twice again, insert into the same space, make your triple crochet, chain 1, and do it one more time in the same space, your triple crochet and chain 1, and I'll pull out. So like that. So we're going to be doing this in every single space that we've made in the previous row, so all the way to the end of our work. So just remember to place 4 triple crochets in every single space, and I'll meet you near the end just to show you how you finish this row. So it should look all wavy by the end. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end just to show you how to finish. Okay, so I'm near the end of row 4 and I've got one more to do with you, and I'll show you what to do at the very end there. So as we've been doing, I've chained 1. This is my work so far, and I'll show you it properly in a bit. Right, so you yarn over twice and go into that last space that we made. Yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2, and chain 1, and do another triple crochet. Okay, so that's 2 so far, and do our 3rd one into the same space, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2 and chain, and one more time through the same space, your last triple crochet, like so. So that's all the work done. Okay then, so what we're going to do now for the last bit is, if you see this stitch here, just insert your hook through there like so, and just do one single crochet like so, then chain one, get your scissors and leave a very long tail, because we'll be using this to sew onto the body and we will need a lot. So just be generous with it. Okay. And then pull this all the way out. That's it. Like so. And tighten it. So what we've done is made the wispy part for Gastly's body, and it's made it all wavy, so it'll make it all nice and compact. For when we put it on the body, you shouldn't see much of the actual body apart from the face that we don't sew this onto. So this is the end of row 4 for the wispy part for Gastly's body. So we will be doing the eyes next. Okay, so we are going to be making the eyes now, and like normal, just start with your slip knot, whichever way you're comfortable making one, and then you start by just chaining 2, so that's 1, 2, and then we're going to be putting 6 single crochets into that second chain from the hook, so your first chain that you made. So insert your hook into that chain, make your single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Oh. 6. And then if it's unraveled a bit, just pull, there you go, pull that ring, pull the tail in, it closes up the ring. So that's the end of round 1 of the eye. Just put in 6 single crochets into the starting ring. Round 2, we will be placing 2 single crochets in each stitch. So this is an increase. So that's 1. Oh, I need to get my stitch marker quick, because I do like using stitch markers, like so. Okay, so then insert your hook again into the same stitch, so there's 2 single crochets in one stitch. Move on to your following stitch, and 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet, and you just keep going around each stitch doing the same, putting 2 single crochets in every stitch. Last stitch, 1 and 2. Oh, so. So that's 12 stitches, and I can just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that's the end of round 2, and you should have 12 stitches. Row 3 is another increase round, and what we'll be doing in this round is 1 single crochet in the first stitch, like so, and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. So 1, and insert your hook again and make another single crochet. So every 2 stitches you do the increase. So my next stitch is 1, and this one will be 2. Insert into the next stitch 1, and then insert again 2. Oh. There. Then 1 single crochet in your next stitch, move on to the next stitch, 1 single crochet and 2 single crochet, and you just keep doing this all the way around. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, so now I'm on my last stitch, and that should be the increase stitch for you guys as well. So that's 1 and 2, like so. So you should end up with 18 stitches at the end of that round. So that's the end of round 3. Round 4, and this is also a increase round, but this time you do 1 single crochet in your first stitch, then into the following stitch is just 1 single crochet, then your third stitch is 2 single crochet in the same stitch, and you keep doing that all the way around. So that's 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, 2 single crochet. So 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, and you keep doing that all the way around for this round. So that was 1, and then 1, and in this one 2. So you just keep doing that all the way around. Oh, this one don't want to go. Just keep doing that all the way around, and you should end up with 24 stitches. Okay, so I've got my last 3 stitches with you. So as we've been doing, 1 single crochet, 1 single crochet, move that out of the way, and in my last stitch, as normal, should be the increase stitch. So that's 1 and 2, like so. So that is how your work should be looking at the end of round 4, and you should have 24 stitches. Round 5 is also an increase round again. So you start with 1 single crochet in your first stitch, then 1 single crochet in the next stitch, and 1 single crochet in the next stitch. Okay, so on the 4th stitch, that's your 2 single crochets in the same stitch. So that is 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2, all the way around. So 1, 1, 1, and 2, all the way around for this round. Okay, so I've got my last stitches with you. So as we've been doing, 1, 1, 1 and 2 in the last stitch. Like so. So this is how my work is looking. And at the end of this round you should have 30 stitches. Okay, so now we're going to be making the eye. So do your chain 1 and get your scissors and leave a long tail. Pull the yarn all the way through and tighten it like so. Remove the stitch marker. Then get your tapestry needle, wherever mine is. Ah, got it. Like so. Okay. So thread your needle. And I like to fold mine in half. Feed it through like that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is fold your work in half, pull that tail fully and keep it on the inside of that eye. So what we're going to do, fold that tail and fold this in half like so. Try and get that point where you've chained 1 at the tip there and fold it in half like that. Then get your needle and just work your way around the edge. As you can see, it might be a bit wonky, but as you'll work round it will even itself out. So just get your needle through just to get it started. Then come through, catching the stitch as we work round. So just try and go into every single stitch on this side and a stitch on the other side of the eye. Just joining the 2 halves together. Go into each stitch. Just securing them together, and just keep doing this all the way to this end. Okay, so I've been going into every single stitch. So 1 on this side and, oh, sorry about that little fly then. So go into each half of the eye. So 1 stitch on that side and the other stitch on the other. Go through, pull, and then go into the next stitch over, like so. So in and out like a zigzag, like so. And just wrap round again, just to secure it, and do it one more time if you really want to. And then we'll use this tail for sewing onto the body. If it's not long enough, we can always just get some more. And that is the white of your eye, like so. So now we will get some black yarn. We only need a little bit, so we can just get about that much. Get your scissors, cut it, get your needle, pull that off. Okay, so get your needle and you thread your black yarn onto it, like so. Then you get the white, so we'll just do that for the eye. So you go, oh, try and get that. So we will be putting the pupil about halfway from there to about there, so 3 stitches. So just come out from the back to the front where you want it. I possibly want it to come up there, yeah, like so. Come out, and then I like to just pull, and where that short tail is, use your finger, hold that in place and let that come through the other side of your black yarn. Okay, then go down a stitch, pull through, then come back through your starting bit, then go one more stitch down, like so. So that's going to be his pupil, but we're going to make it a bit more thicker, I think. So again, pop out through the same. It's entirely up to you how thick you want the pupil. So I'm going to pop through this side now, pull it through like so, then come through the bottom part of the pupil this time and try and catch the black yarn on the left side of, or not, like so, and then go through that hole where you just done, like so. So you only need a little bit of black yarn just to do the pupil, really. I'm quite happy with that. So I've made the pupil a bit smaller than my previous Gastly. Let me just go and grab him. Right, so here's my Gastly, and I've done his pupils a bit bigger. So it's entirely up to you how you do the pupils, but I might just keep the pupils this big just for now. But what we could always do is make the other eye, do the same size pupil, and then hold it up to the, actually yeah, I quite like that, and I'll make that other pupil a bit smaller. Yeah, so that will be the left eye of your Gastly, this one. Okay, so it's entirely up to you how you make your pupil, so just hold your work and then go from the back to the front, come out, go back in, make it as wide as you want, or how big, taller, wider, it's entirely up to you. Okay, so like so, you do make the circle, fold it in half, go through each stitch in and out like a zigzag, leave the tail for sewing onto the body later, get the black yarn, go from the back to the front, make your pupil, and that is your first eye. So I'm just going to make the right eye off camera and I'll meet you back. Right, I've done my right eye now. So I've done the pupil very similar to the left eye. And what I would do is with the two tails at the back, just knot them together, like so. Do a double knot. That one is a bit shorter, so it is a bit fiddly. You could always get your needle just to help you pull that through. So that's one, like so. And get my other one. So give it a good pull on both. Then get your scissors. Oh, mine's got tangled. There you go. And cut them right down, like so. these are both my eyes done. Just like that. Knot the two tails together and then cut them down. And that's your eyes all done. So we'll be moving on to the mouth. Right, so we are now going to start the mouth. And like normal, you start with your slip knot. Insert your hook and then, let's loosen that a little bit there. Then chain 12. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then one more for the turning stitch. So that will be 13 in total. Right, so now we're going to start with row 1. And what we're going to do is do a single crochet in the second chain from the hook, because that's our turning stitch. So just one single crochet in the first one, like so. Then go into your second one and do a half double crochet. So yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, pull through, then you've got 3 on the hook, yarn over and pull through all 3. Then in the next stitch you do another half double crochet, so do exactly the same as the previous stitch and pull through all 3 like so. Right, into the next stitch we will be doing a double crochet. So yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Do exactly the same into the next stitch, so another double crochet, exactly the same as the previous stitch, like so. Then in the next stitch we will be doing a triple crochet. So that is yarn over twice, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. Then do exactly the same into the next stitch, exactly the same as the previous stitch, so this is another triple crochet, like so. Then in the next stitch we'll be just doing a double crochet, so we're just grown in size and now we're going back down in size. So you're going to do your double crochet, then double crochet into the next stitch, like so. Oh, let's do that again because my yarn got a bit tight. So still on that double crochet, yarn over and yarn over, insert, double like that. Then into the next stitch it's the half double crochet, so yarn over, pull through, yarn over and pull through all 3. Then do exactly the same into the next stitch, another half double, and then into the last one it's just your single crochet just on that last stitch, like so. Okay, so now what we're going to do is do our chain 1 and get your tail going again, get your scissors and cut. Pull this all the way through, tighten it so it's all sealed, then tighten this tail from earlier, your first bit, tighten it up, then tie the knot these two tails together. So 1 and 2, like so. Tighten that. Then you can always just, it's entirely up to you, you can weave this through or just cut it down. Okay, so this is your mouth that we're going to be working with. So we just went up and then back down. Okay, so now we get some white yarn and we will be sewing on some fangs onto the mouth now. So just get a little bit, you don't need much. Then get your mouth, get your yarn onto your needle, and I'll put the fangs about 1, 2, 3 in from each side. So if you just insert your hook through that top there, the top of the stitch, about 3 in, and like we did before, pull it so far through and get that tail and pin it. Pull the rest through, then go down into the bottom of your double crochet stitch and pull through. Just be gentle not to pull it too tight because you want the fangs to be there. Like so, just keep pulling gently, so that. Then go into the next stitch along, pull the yarn like so, go into the same stitch as before and pull through, again just being gentle like that, just to get started. Then, because the fangs are to the top of the mouth, I would go through that stitch that we did first and pull up, pull through, and try and get that white bit standing up a bit more. Tighten it, go through again, and just fill this top stitch with just loads of white yarn. Do it about 3 times maybe, like so. Keep pulling through there, trying to get them all the way along like that. Okay, then go into the next stitch over and do exactly the same. You're just filling it all with white. Like so. So it's just starting to fill in now. Then go through the bottom stitch again. Just going to start filling in that pink in the middle of the fang. Try and make sure that's in the middle. There we go. See? And you just keep filling that, but we will be going right to the bottom as well. But just fill it as much as you can with just all the white possible. Let me just move my crochet hook and scissors. There we go. Okay, so just keep doing this. And then wherever you see pink, try and get your white yarn to fill it. Just in and out, trying to get a fang going, and just try and mould the mouth to how you want it. maybe push that to the side, come out there. Ooh, try not to lose the end. Then go through the top, like so. That's better. It's getting there, see? But we are going to be extending onto the body, so next we can come through the bottom this time, pull through, then do the same as what we did before with the top stitch, and just keep going round. Trying to get that to the right side. Keep going until you're happy with how it looks. Like so. So you just keep pushing that yarn about until you're happy. So that's one fang, I would say. Then just try and secure it. Like so. Yeah, so that's your fang for here. Then do the same again like we did with the eye. Trying to, again, I left myself a bit too short of a tail, but just knot it. I've got my needle so I can use that. Try and feed that through. Like so, come on. Oh, it's not playing ball. There we go. So that's one, and don't tighten it too much because it might make your fang a bit odd. Then get the other, not 2 times, like so, and you can tighten that one, like so. Then get your scissors and cut. There we go. So that is one fang onto your mouth. So I'll do the other fang off camera and I'll meet you back. Okay, so this is how my mouth is looking with the 2 fangs in place, and we'll be putting all the bits together on now. So we'll be assembling all the wispy part, the eyes and the mouth onto the body. Right then, I will be showing you now how you attach your wispy bits to Gastly's body using a tapestry needle, and I use some marking pins just to help it go around the body, because what we're going to be doing, so this is his face, I just use the top of the ball because it just looks nice and neat. And then you just think, you go about halfway, so there's the front, so halfway around your ball you just try and get the wisp around there, and then you kind of spiral round, and there's the very back there. So I'll just start showing you how you do it. So I'll move these out of the way. Right, so I would use this part where we left the tail for the start, not the back. So you just line it up for about halfway up the body. So how I do it is, you get the flat part, you know, where your single crochets are, simply just line it up and get one of your marking pins just to mark it, and it just holds it in place. And then just let it go around to the other side, go to about 1/4 of the way around and get another pin You can always adjust. Come on. Doesn't want to go in there. And roll it round. Just holding it in place. There you go, so you have one there, and then get another pin. And again on the last part, just exposing the face. And fully rotate back to the top here, and just get this and put it around just behind where you started. So just fold that forward a bit so you get it like so, and just hold them together so it's nicely layered as such. And just where it is, you can go through the back of this one actually and get your marking pin, holding them together, and then just get your marking pin in there just to hold it, and then you can, it's just holding it in place for now. So now you can just put the face down. And what you're going to do with the rest is just spiral it round like so until it covers the rest of the body, really, like that. So I'll get some more pins, and you just want to try and get as much of the body covered, and you can always adjust it again by just moving your pins about until you're happy. So don't worry too much because we'll sort this out, but just try and get your flat where your single crochets are. And just place wherever you're happy. I'll actually move that down a little bit. Like so, and you just keep going round. Because that will straighten and you won't see the body as much. Just doing it roughly. Don't worry too much. And then I like to have it spiral right like that so it covers fully the back. Like so. Fully wrap it round so there's nothing like that. Stick a marking pin. Then you have a good look around until you're happy that you can't really see much of the body once you move all the fraily bits around. So like so. Just adjust it to how you want it to look, and I'm quite happy with that. And then just make sure the face is exposed while the rest of the body's covered. So that's how I would place the wispy part of Gastly's body. Okay, so now we will start sewing the wispy part to Gastly's body. I have already threaded my needle. So just start where your first pin is and just make sure it is where you want it to be. And then just insert your needle through where the single crochet is, like so. Then insert into the body, like so. then twist and try and come out. Oh, try again. Insert and then come out through the body there. And then you just keep like so. And then you're just attaching the wispy part to the body really. So again, sorry you can't really see. Then I would go from the back again, coming through the front, couple of stitches down, insert your needle again, twist and gently pull out like so, and come back through the body. It is quite a long tail because there's quite a lot of wisp, like so. And then you just keep going around the whole spiral, just going in and out every so often, like so, just through the, like the chain of the wispy part. And then just insert into the body and then go behind and come out the body. And you just keep going in and out like so, just securing the wispy part onto the body. Also, you can start just removing your pins as you're going around. Right, I'll just carry on and I'll meet you near the end. Okay, so now we're near the end, and I would just use this last bit, just to fully cover that end. But we'll just carry on as we've been doing, just securing the wispy part onto the body. But now I would just work it flat like this, and just go in and out like we've been doing. Just get that last one curled around there, like so. Just secure in there, and you can always come out through the black and through the purple at the same time, and pull through, making sure you don't get caught. and pull your tail through all the way, then just secure this in place. So go in and out. Like so, just trying to cover up as much black as possible until you're happy. Just want to get a bit tangled. Come on. Just getting a bit tangled near the end. There we go. So let's just leave it there. So your work should look like this, all the way around, and let me get that. Okay, so you cover up as much of the body as possible with all the frilly bits, because when he's sat like that, you can turn him round and it's mostly all purple, so you just try to cover up the body as much as possible. So you start by doing a full circle and then spiral like so. I know that if you lift them, but the overall look makes it look all wispy by the frilly part of this purple. And then with the rest of this tail, you could always just keep going around until you're fully happy that it's secure in place, like so. So I'm quite happy with that. I might just go around a little bit more just to make sure it's all secure. So that's how you attach the wispy aura for Gastly onto the body. I thought I'll show you. So I basically just went in and out to join, but just to secure it, I've just been doing a run-in stitch as it spirals now because it's much more secure. So just go in and like a run-in stitch, just go through until you're happy that it's properly secure, really, just by using the rest of this tail. Just go around the spiral because now it's all nicely secured on, and when you're about to go to like another layer, like I've been working from the back to the front, just like I'm happy with how secure that is now, like as you can see. Don't worry about like seeing a bit of the stitches because it gets covered anyway. So now what I would do to go into this front part is just insert your hook, not your hook, your needle, through the body, and I'll show you, and then come out through one of the stitches from the first and just pull like so, and then you start doing this, securing this in place by just going around the back, going into like every other stitch, go in and pop back out. Just make sure that's where you want it to be, and go, oh no, knocked over my lamp. Oh, brightened up, there you go. Yeah, and then just nicely secure it into place. I thought I'd just show you this, just in case you were wondering. Okay, and then now I can just pull it and it's still not secure there. So just gently pull your work, and where it's not secure, use this tail and pop out. I'll try and find, I'll go right to the front here, pop out, come through, and do exactly the same, just securing your work until you're happy that it's all secure. So just carry on doing that until all of it's secure. So just pull your work, like you can see here. I'll go through round just to secure it, because I thought with the marking pins, by just going in and out just to secure your work, just in and out like that with the gaps, go back round once it's all on and properly secure it. So that's what I've done with my Gastly, and I thought I'd just show you how I did it. Okay, I thought I'll show you this. So where this part is that you start doing the spiral, it's more exposed. I would use this as the bottom for Gastly. So he sits on the like frilly bit, like so. I thought I'll show you, because then the rest of the body is very covered. Like you can hardly see any black at all unless you really like expose it by moving all the frilly bits out of the way. But I thought I'll just tell you that that part, the most exposed part, just use that as the bottom for Gastly. Okay, so what I would say now with the rest, once you're satisfied that it's all secure, just weave it through the body just to get rid of this tail and then cut it. Okay, so now I'll be showing you how to attach the eyes. Okay, so this is how our work is looking after just sewing on the wisp for Gastly's body. So this is how it all looks, all done, and that's where his like bottom will sit. And from behind it looks like that, so you can't hardly see any of the body. Okay, so now we will be placing the eyes and the mouth onto the face. So I'll get some of my marking pins again and just simply place where you want the eyes and the mouth. So I would say the eye can sit there for now, and just stick this in for now, just to keep it in place. So there's the middle circle there of the face, like so. Maybe I need to put that so it's a bit more there when it wants to. Come on, there. Okay, get the other eye and stick it on about there. Just stick where you're happy. So, like so. Yeah, a bit there. And then get the mouth as well, just to see how it's all looking. Just stick one there. Tuck that tail behind for now. And I might adjust it a bit down. Like so. And place that one there. So that's how my face is looking. And I'll get my other one. Okay, so I've got my other one, and it does look a little bit different because I've got the pupils a bit bigger on this, and I thought I'll do a little bit different for this. So just do the pupils how you would like. And I also made the face a bit smaller in this one, and it just makes the wisp stand out a bit more. So this is my first Gastly, and the fangs are just going just over the body, so you just sew a little bit more white yarn, so it just makes the fangs stand out a bit more, like what fangs do. They kind of don't just sit in the mouth, they overhang a little bit. Okay, so it does look a little bit different, but I thought, why not give it a go? And I quite like it. Makes the wispy part like stand out a bit more, because that's what Gastly is. He's like a ghost. And I also thought I would do the pupils a bit different, and I'll probably do the fangs a bit more apparent as well. So what we're going to do is start attaching one eye, because I'll show you how to do it so the eye still sticks out a bit, because that's what Gastly looks like. He has very popping out eyes, very like animated. So let's make a start. Okay, so I'm gonna just have to remove this eye for now, because I'll have to get that tail to the other end, because we're only sewing this half onto the body or the face. So I'll just quickly get that tail from that end to that end quickly. Okay, so now I've just moved that, so I've just gone all along and put it onto this side now. So it's about there. So what we're going to do is only sew half the eye on, so this half stays lifted off basically. So try and use the circle there, so it's very hard to see, but there's the very center there, so I'm going to go into that stitch there, so two eyes will meet there. And if I try and use that line there to try and keep that flat, just to try and place it, so just go into a stitch. I'll try and get it in first, there we go. So just stick it into a stitch, make sure the eye is where you want it, so like there. Go in the body and out the body. I'll just get that through. So that's where that one is. Is that too close if I move that pin down? It's all up to you how you want your Gastly to look. If you're not too happy, just undo your stitches and try again. So, or move the pins to where you would like. So then go up into the stitch there. Try and make sure it's adjusted to where you want it. Like so. Then go into the next stitch along into the body, like so, and come out the body. Just trying to secure the eye, like so. Then go back through the same hole, come out again to about the next stitch up, so just keep that there, it should go through, come on, there. So I would go up to about here, I would say. That's that, don't worry too much about that. Then maybe just where the pupil is, just halfway along the eye, so where the pupil, so that's the last stitch we'll be going into, just above the pupil, and come out the body, like so. So that's the top part of the eye securely put on. Then go back through the same hole, come out near the corner of the eye, and get it really to the edge of the bottom of the eye, through the white. Come on, that'll do. Right, and then come out. Sorry if my hand's in the way. Right, so like I said, I'm trying to keep that line as straight or a bit down because I don't want it too high up. So then go into the bottom stitch and I'll try and come out there maybe, then pull, just make sure that eye is where you want it to be. Yep. Give it a good pull, then go back through the same hole, come out the next stitch over there, go through, then go into the next stitch over and come out the body, pull, yeah, that's it, and then go back through, go the next stitch over there, yeah, that's quite secure now, and then I'll do one more along just where the pupil is again, come through the body, so there you can see the stitch, and pull, and I would say that's the eye securely fastened. So I'll show you what it looks like. So when you turn, you can see all this isn't sewed on because that's just the effect of Gastly's eye, but if I give it a bit of a wiggle, you can see that it's very securely put on. So just go into each stitch, in and out, down and across there, just where the pupil lines up, that's as far as you'll do your stitches, and leave this unsewn on basically, because if it was down it wouldn't have the same effect. Okay, so that's the eye, that's one eye done, and then just weave your tail through the body a few times, without that tail getting in. Let's remove that, go on, there. Do it a few times, go in the same hole, out, and turn, then go out, until you're happy that your work won't come undone. So I'll come all the way down here, pull, and I'll say that's good enough. Get your scissors and cut. There. Then give your work a bit of a squeeze, but if I've cut it a bit too long, just get your needle and poke it back through eventually. Come on. And then give your work a bit of a squeeze. It will disappear eventually, come on. I'll keep working on that in a minute, but that'll do. Okay, so that's one eye securely put on, and I'll do the other eye off camera, and then we can both do the mouth together. Okay, so now I have put my other eye on, and now we're just going to be putting this mouth on and doing that little bit of white yarn to extend the fangs onto the body. So I like the position of this mouth, and if you try and like bend it, it makes him smile a little bit. Okay, so just go in and out like we have been doing, but I might go like that through the body. Come on, which one's the tail? go back through, go into that one there, like so, then go through the next bit, but skip the fang because you don't want to get pink through that. So go through the body, like so, and just keep checking that you're happy with where it is. Go back through the same hole when it wants to. There we go. Then pop out in the pink stitch, like that. Come through, like that. Just keep making sure. Then go into the next stitch, come out. And you just keep doing this, just checking as you go that you're happy with how it's looking. And there we are. So that's my Gastly all sewn on, and now I'm just going to get this pink tail and just weave it through the body so it doesn't come unravelled. Just do it a couple times. There we go, that'll do. Okay, so scissors, and cut it right down, squeeze your work and that should disappear. There we go. So that's my Gastly. All done. Maybe. Okay, so now we'll get this little bit of white yarn I've got. I cut some tails off earlier, just to extend the fangs now. Oh, sorry about that. Get them. Okay, so now we'll get the work and we're just going to extend the fangs onto the body. There we go. Okay, so actually that's quite a long bit. We could possibly only use that bit here. So insert your hook, needle. Actually, if we go in and out there, pull up and leave that there, then just extend, just go in and out, just extending that fang onto the body. Just go around the few stitches at the bottom here. There. Then go through the pink here. Come on, try not to catch that stitch there. There we go. Just a little bit there, see? Just extending it. And go, I might just leave it as that. I don't want to overdo it. Now just pop through the other side. Try and catch that pink there. There we go. Just do it to your preference, really. Like so. And then again, just go into that. Just follow down and pop your, and you can pop out through the body like so, but I'll go back and pop out there and go through the same hole, pop out through the body. There we go. Like so. Just make sure you're all happy with how it all looks. I might pin that eye a bit more down because it keeps wiggling up. Just do this with your work. If you want to just keep adjusting as you go until you're happy. Yeah, I might just pull that down because his eye kept popping up a little bit. That's better. A little bit. Okay, so now you just weave this ends through, and I'll do that quickly. Okay, so I've weaved in all my ends, and now we all have our very own Gastly. So I really hope you enjoyed making it, and I'll get my other one. So here's my other one. I did do things a little bit differently, so I've done less face showing and smaller pupils. But that's the only differences really. I've done the fangs relatively the same. But it's entirely up to you how you do your pupils and your fangs. So I really hope you enjoyed these video tutorials, and if you did, please give them a thumbs up. And also subscribe to me to keep up to date with my future videos and upcoming plans. And I hope to see you all in my next video. Bye! Thank you all for watching these video tutorials. This last video was quite a long one, so I do apologise for that. I do hope you enjoyed it and it helped you with making your very own Pokemon inspired Gastly. If you did enjoy these videos, please like them and subscribe to me to keep up to date with my upcoming videos. I hope to see you all in my next video, and thank you for watching.